y'all. Hey, and welcome to Tootie Talk Sense. And of course, I'm Tootie, right? How y'all day going today? It is actually not that bad outside. Now, y'all know it's a lunchtime little show, so I ain't gonna be on here too long. Let me go ahead, drop this song for you. Today we talking about Jim Jones. I don't know if y'all seen that fight, but charges are not gonna be pressed against him, which is good because I don't think they should have. Man, Chris. I can't recall his last name right now. The black man who was pushed in the river by his friends. He said it wasn't racist, and we're gonna do a update on Jeezy and Jimmy Mai. Jenny, I said Gemma, and Jeannie Mai. Okay. Now we ain't gonna let that whole song play because it's lunchtime. Okay, y'all get the gist. Come on up in here, subscribe to the channel, like the video as you come in, and let's get on up into these subjects. Right now, I don't know if y'all seen this, right? Because when I first seen the fight with Jim Jones and two guys, I was like, because the police did come and initially, I'm gonna show y'all the video, but the first guy was like pointing to him. I even though they call themselves jumping on Jim Jones, they did a horrible job. But my personal opinion, y'all see it. One guy, he took one guy and threw him into the other guy. So I was like, if he get charged, then he should only get charged for hitting one guy, because technically he didn't hit the other guy. Technically, is what I'm saying. The other guy, you better charge the other guy because his body is the one who went into yours. Now let me share this article because the article is saying that Jim Jones is avoiding charges because the police said it was self-defense. Now this is shared from hiphopdx.com. And the title of it is Jim Jones avoids criminal charges over airport fight as police take his side. Jim Jones has managed to avoid criminal charges after getting in a fight in Fort Lauderdale Airport in Florida with two men. According to TMZ, the Dipset rapper is in the clear after police sided with his version of event that he was acting in self-defense during the scuffle. Per the police report, Jones claimed that the incident started when he was still on his flight and stood up to collect his luggage from the overhead compartment as the plane was landing. He claimed another passenger named James Dos Santos pushed him in the chest while confronting him for gathering his luggage before the plane had. They said this is they're supposed to be plane, but it does say plane, so it ain't me reading too fast because I am reading fast. I'm gonna calm down. But before the plane had come to a complete stop. So sometimes you gotta, slap somebody with somebody. That sound like somebody was, not mad in what? They black owned business. That's what happened. So in turn, Jones said he grabbed Dos Santos' arm and warned him over his conduct, prompting the man to apologize. So he was like, hey, he probably grabbed his arm like, hey, this ain't what you want, fam. That's how I'm assuming it went. But he ain't from Chicago. But he probably still in my Chicago man, he said this ain't what you want, fam. So the Harlem native added that another passenger on the flight Alexandra Leak, began screaming at him, which led officers being called to the gate. Oh, okay, which led the officers to be called to the gate, but the rapper refused to take the incidents any further. So he get up, right? He getting his stuff, and somebody else was like, "Hey, it ain't time for you to get your luggage. Sit down." Yeah, I'm trying to see what part y'all did y'all not see because I didn't even know this doggone thing had cut out. So it looks like y'all was on the. I tried to rewind the video to see what part y'all didn't see. So I know it was on which led the officers to be called to the gate. Let's see. So okay. So what the report continued to say. Now that's what Jim Jones got up earlier than what he should have to get his luggage. Some guy over there started, grabbed his arm, and trying to talk crap about him getting up. Jim Jones was like, "Fam, this ain't the problems you want. Dude, sit down." Somebody else come in, want to start yelling and stuff at Jim Jones. That led people to call the police officer up to the thing. Jim Jones said he don't want to pursue it, so he just, he tell police officer, "I'm good. I don't want, I ain't finna pursue it." So the two guys still harassed him all the way down to the escalator, followed him, harassing him, talking crap all the way down to the escalator. Now let me see if I can find a video, y'all, because the one I was gonna show on that page is not letting be seen. So let me see. Let me see if I can find it up on YouTube. This one might play. Let's see.
Bro.
At the escalator, arrivals, lower level.
In fact, he hit him in the back. Police go here over there pointing to police. As soon as the police come, he hitting Jim Jones in the back, right? So, but the police coming, but he's hitting them and pointing to the police to get Jim Jones. You the one hitting them. Let me see. Let me start from the beginning in case y'all didn't. I wonder if I can get a better view than that one. I ain't gonna do TMZ because TMZ likes to, from what I heard, likes to strike people channel. So this is Mad Mag TV.
Jim Jones speaks out after his incident at the airport.
I might give me a second. I gotta get dressed for this party, man. I'll be right with y'all. Promise you. Promise you. I might.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
And the show must go on. You heard? Tonight, Taboo, you know where I'm at. You dig? All that other shit. Pull up on me. You dig? We gonna have a celebration. You heard? Life is life. Miami. Taboo. You know I still my summer's here. We on the way. Let's enjoy yourself. You heard? Come in peace. You heard?
No, this ain't gonna show. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to just show y'all this one. This little, that one looks so small, but this is what they get. Don't take the accident with the escalator. You see that guy have to walk away,
bro.
Then it ain't good. Left.
At the escalator, arrivals, lower level. Hey!
You're jumping? It's two of them against me. You hurt my friend. You fucking hurt my friend. You hurt my friend. They jumping me.
Yo, sit down. Sit.
He insulted me.
your ass down. I don't fucking care. Sit your ass down now. What the fuck did I just say? Sit your ass down. You guys have blood for first aid. You're not listening.
Okay, so that was how that fight ended up happening, y'all. So then, and as you can see there, the guy was so belligerent. Even the police is telling him to go sit down. They telling him you're not listening. Go sit down. The guy still ain't listening. I said, and that's how Jim Jones probably ended up not getting charges pressed. People be drunk as hell on them planes. And wherever they come from partying, they like the party ain't over. It is still going. Okay, so let's go back to this. Okay, a 94-year-old man was caught in a fight and was transported to the hospital due to a leg injury. Jones had refused to press charges against his attacker. That's the other video you seen when he told them he all right. So 50 Cent found time to throw a playful jab in Jones' directions after he saw the video of the scuffle. He posted a clip of an old man working a heavy bag in a boxing gym. 50 joked that one of Jimmy opponent was training for a rematch. Yo, the old man from the airport said he's gonna see you, Jimmy. Stop taking shit sweet. LOL. So that's what 50 had ended up right, y'all. So that's all that happened with that. And so no charges are gonna be pressed. Oh, I got to get my slides back up here. Everything that went off. No charges are gonna be pressed against Jim Jones because the police agreed that it was self-defense. Now, now watch my last video. I covered this story on my last video. This story is about this guy. He was out at a restaurant that sits on the river with his friends. It was being reported he was the only black guy. All his friends was white. They knew he could not swim, and they pushed him in a river. Now, his mom was saying that when they called and told him he was under for 20 minutes, that he was brain dead and that his organs was failing. But the girl because it's a female who ended up pushing him. They knew he couldn't swim and pushed him in there. The mom said when she initially called, they told her she fell in the river. But after much investigation, she finally said that she pushed it in the river. And the thing, and besides that, it started going viral, and there is a petition on change.org of why no charges was pressed. Like, why no charges was pressed on these people that then pushed this guy in the river. Now this guy's coming out saying that the story is exaggerated and it was not racist, and he knew he was gonna get pushed in the river, and he just didn't know the river would be that deep. I said, what? Y'all got the. I said, what in the what? You didn't know the river was gonna be that deep. And then his attorneys, that are the ones that he initially hired. Well, it's a bunch of mess because he's saying he ain't hired the attorney. The attorney saying he did. The attorney saying that before he went and visited his friends, because he said he hadn't seen them in 3 weeks. You in the hospital fighting for your life, and this is the person who pushed you in. And they don't come see you. Now the attorney said that he was given the same narrative, and that's the reason why she got on the case until he came and see his friends. Now his whole story is changing up, y'all. So I got 2 articles about it. Let's see. Let's start with this one on the New York Post. Come on now. Every time I go to something different, y'all gonna okay. I thought it had ended it again. I'm finna say, StreamYard is running out. There's no value on it.
Trust the #1 app real estate professionals trust.
First off, I do want to thank everybody for their support and all the prayers and everybody getting back to me. And as far as anything racially motivated, that's completely false. I don't really trios arrested anything wrong. I really don't think anyone did anything intentionally. I knew it was going to happen and kind of thought maybe the water wouldn't be as deep. I would kind of hit the ground, get my footing up, and come back up and grab a beer and just kind of stand up there. So, and then the water ended up being deeper than we thought. And it being a lot colder than we thought. Relief, I felt like it was very like emotional because it's been 3 weeks since I've seen any of them. And we're a pretty tight knit group.
Yeah. So, as you heard, he said it was not racial. An inspired doctor. This is New York. Let me stop this. This is New York Post. Inspired doctor who nearly drowned after being pushed into the lake speaks out for the first time. Inspired doctor who nearly drowned after being pushed into a Louisiana lake said he has no ill will towards the friend who shoved him. Now, what's crazy, if you watch my last video, I said it's odd how they don't have any pictures of this friend who shoved them. Like I found some articles where they finally had his picture, but they didn't have any pictures of the people he was with when this happened, who did not rescue him, that a bystander came by and rescued him. Now that he's coming out and saying it's not racial, they got pictures of the girl who pushed him in the lake in now. So anyway, he said there's no ill will towards the friend who shoved him and claims he wants to set the record straight about the scary episode. He told the Post in an exclusive interview. I don't think anyone did anything intentionally wrong, Christopher Gilbert said of the April 14th incident, which left him on life support for 3 weeks. Gilbert and about 10 friends was hanging out and drinking at Red Tails and Shells, a restaurant in Farmersville, Louisiana, about 90 minutes each of Shreveport, when his buddy and co-worker, Cassidy Holland, and Gilbert began joking around. There she go. First picture I'd seen. I took my keys, wallet, and phone out my pocket and took my shoes off. I knew Cassidy wanted to push me in for messing with her, so I kind of played into it, said Gilbert. I thought maybe the water wouldn't be as deep, and I would kind of hit the ground, get my footing, and shoot up and come back up and grab the pier and just stand there, he said during a Zoom interview from his home in Rushton, Louisiana. And then the water ended up being deeper than he thought and being a lot colder than we thought, said Gilbert, who admitted he's not the strongest swimmer and added, I misjudged the situation. According to police report, Gilbert was under the water for no more than 5 minutes, with a witness estimating the amount of time at more than 3 or 4 minutes. Friends tried to save him, but panicked when they couldn't. Eventually, restaurant customer Dawson Faust noticed the commotion, dove in and saved Gilbert, according to the police report. Now, this is opposite of what's being reported, because what was previously reported is that she pushed him in. They didn't come in to try to rescue him. So a bystander who was this customer, and all the headlines said, and I said this in my previous video, the headlines ranging from 10 minutes to 20 minutes, but nothing was under 10 minutes. They're saying it was only 3 or 4 minutes. Several people performed CPR on the dock, police said. Noting Gilbert was breathing on his own and had a heartbeat. He was rushed to a nearby hospital and later airlifted to LSU Archer Health Shreveport, where he spent nearly 3 weeks on life support before being released. The on-duty nurse stated that the standard operating procedure for drowning victims is to put them on a vent for a while so the body can heal faster, said the police report, which also said that just 1 day after the incident, Gilbert was responding to commands by ICU staff. The shove made headlines after Gilbert's distraught mother, Yolanda George, claimed the pre-med student was brain dead and his organs were starting to fail after he was pushed into the water and stayed there for 10 minutes. A family lawyer insinuated the shove was racially motivated. I kind of hate the claims about me being brain dead or this attempting for it to be some sort of race issue, Gilbert, who is black, told the press. He is concerned about the brain dead claim because he said, who would want a doctor who has suffered brain damage? Holland 22 insisted she and others attempted to save Gilbert, telling like this is the end. I tried to save Zeus. She said they tried to save Gilbert, telling the Post, I would never try to hurt him. Chris is a beautiful person, my co-worker and dear friend. I'm so thrilled at his recovery and getting back to normal. but you ain't go visit him for 3 weeks. But let's continue. Gilbert also dismissed claims from attorney Claudia Payne, who was hired by his family, that they were seeking to arrest Holland. That's completely false, he said. He reunited with his friends and called Holland within 2 days of returning home. Okay, so not during the whole 3 weeks he was in the hospital. It was within 2 days of him returning home. There was a lot of relief, and it felt like it was very emotional, he said. His new attorney, Aaron Lawrence, told the Post they don't plan to press any charges against Holland or the restaurant. It said some of George and Payne's statements were reckless. Payne did not return messages seeking comments. This she did, because I'm gonna read y'all the article. She gave a whole thing, but this was a prime example of how sharing information without common sense has made an already bad situation much worse, Lawrence said. What he got a lawyer for? He one got pushed in, and he said he ain't finna press charges, and everything was an accident. I wonder what he need a lawyer for then. Anyway, let's continue. Gilbert, who graduated pre-med from Louisiana Tech last year, started a GoFundMe this week to help cover his medical expenses. As of Friday, he raised almost $20,000 of his $50,000 goal. But the bill for the flight lift to the hospital alone was nearly $65,000, according to Lawrence, who estimated that Gilbert's total medical expense could run up to $300,000. So why Holland ain't, what do Holland got five on it? The one who pushed them in. Do she at least got five on it? Is all I'm asking. Gilbert plans to return to his bartending job as soon as next week and continue studying for the MCAT exam next year. I want to thank everyone for their support and their prayers. Now, this is the New York Post article. Now, I'm going to read y'all I think it's Bossip who who talked to the first attorney that was saying that it was racially motivated. I'm going to read that article that they have, and you'll see the vast difference. Now, this is from Bossip.com. And it says, update, Christopher Gilbert breaking silence on Lake D'Arbonne drowning and unfounded allegations of 10 minutes underwater. Attorney Claudia Payne, accused of representing Christopher Gilbert without his full consent, released a statement to Bossip defending her integrity and refuting any allegation of unethical representation. Now, New York Times just reported that she wouldn't comment, but this is saying she gave them an interview. So attorney Claudia Payne says reports suggested that Gilbert never wanted charges pressed against the young lady accused of pushing him in the water. This is inaccurate, and I can assure you that this desire and story only changed after he met with a group of friends that accompanied him to the lakefront restaurant. Payne's statement reads, the accusations that I ever misrepresented my client's interest and desire is simply untrue. The statement continued, Mr. Gilbert has chosen to accept a story given to him by his friends. And she did this in quotations, y'all, by his friends, and desire to discontinue the pursuit of legal actions. While we think it is the wrong decision and that he has been influenced by those who have a conflict of interest, we accept it. I have done nothing that is adverse to what my former client, and let's just move, client considered, advised, or agreed to. There are text messages, recording, and other records that support the integrity of my office. Despite the Lawrence law firm alleging that Payne made inflammatory and factually inaccurate statements to the press, Attorney Payne is adamant that that is untrue and says she resents all statements made by Attorney Aaron Lawrence, whom she labeled a low-tier, attention-seeking individual and a good dog. So that's what the attorney says. The attorney is pretty much saying this month line. He said to do it. He wanted charges, price, and everything. Them 3 weeks he was in there and all his friends wasn't visiting him. He had a completely different story. I got records, I got text messages and everything. And his new attorney sitting up there trying to say that I'm lying because his clients didn't change his man after he didn't talk to his friends because he don't want his friends because it was people are trying to say they ain't pressing charges because that's a white lady. And so you don't want your friends to be in jail. So now you finna come and you finna lie on me. That ain't finna happen. So that's my translation of what the attorney said. Now of course she ain't used no words, but yeah, I know. Break it down. That's what she said. She said what she said. Okay. Now let's go on, y'all, to Jeezy. I hope y'all don't hear this echo because now I'm beginning to hear it. Let's go on to Jeezy and Jeannie Mai. Or Ma. Is it Ma? It don't matter. I'm gonna say the pronunciation. It matters. But now this one, these ain't new, y'all. But y'all know I don't know, them contractors haven't even came today, but that's a different story. For the last 2-3 days they haven't came. Y'all need to come on and finish this up. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead to the update with the Jeezy. I put on. Now this from People Magazine, People.com. Jeezy claims that estranged wife Jeannie Mai, is it Mai or Mai? Hey, hello, what was it? Hi, honey. Wanted a second child in new court documents. The latest, this was updated May 6th. The latest documents come shortly after Jeannie accused Jeezy of domestic violence and child neglect in a separate court filing. This is getting nasty. So Jeezy alleged he and estranged wife Jeannie were trying for a second child naturally for over a year. He claims he told her in June of 2023 that he planned to file for divorce. But Jeannie then contacted the doctor to discuss IVF option. So she was like gonna steal the sperm, y'all. Probably not even the sperm, probably already fertilized egg. I'm gonna read it on. Seemed like she was trying to get some more fertilized egg and then, implanted, and then probably was gonna hit him from that child support, I ain't saying you a gold digger, but I'm just playing. Jeezy then filed in December, after which Jeannie accused the rapper of multiple instances of domestic abuse and child neglect, which he denies. Jeezy has alleged in court documents that his estranged wife, Jeannie, wanted a second child and claims that she contacted their doctor about pursuing IVF after he told her he planned to file for divorce. In the Fulton County Superior Court documents obtained by People and first reported on TMZ, lawyers for the 46-year-old put-on rapper claimed that he and Jeannie, 45, attempted to conceive a second child naturally for over a year. After Jeezy allegedly told her in June of 2023 that he planned to file for divorce, Jeannie then contacted their same doctor about in vitro fertilization, a process that required permission from Jeezy per the documents. Jeannie has previously accused Jeezy of multiple instances of domestic abuse and child neglect that she claimed took place during their relationship, which Jeezy has again denied in the latest filing. A representative for Jeannie did not immediately respond to People requests for comments on Saturday. A representative for Jeezy was not available for comments. Jeezy lawyer stated in the filing that Jeannie allegations were all because Jeezy declined to have a second baby with her, and Jeezy decided to file the divorce. So Jeezy had to contact the doctor directly in August of 2023 to let her know that he would not be participating in the fertilization of an additional egg with Jeannie, the court documents claim. If Jeezy were so violent as Jeannie claimed, why would she want to have a second child with him? This is what Jeezy lawyer is saying. If Jeezy is so violent, why would she want to have a second child with him? If Jeezy were so irresponsible and created such an unsafe home for the partner's minor child, That's because Jeannie claimed that Jeezy had them, them firearms laying all around the baby. So why would Jeannie desperately want to have a second child with Jeezy? The answer is because Jeezy is not violent and Jeezy is not irresponsible. The document continued. The pair, who shares 2-year-old daughter Monaco, has been battling over their prenuptial agreement, custody rights of their daughter since Jeezy filed for divorce in September 23. The musician is currently requesting joint physical and legal custody of their daughter. Elsewhere, in the latest document, Jeezy alleged that Jeannie introduced strife, physical and emotional abuse, and brutality in the party's marriage, and that she was used to a docile man. I said, no, she didn't just. No, he didn't just call her husband a docile man. She was used to. She was. Jesus said she was used to the little soft white man. She wasn't used to no strong black man. I couldn't deal with it. That's what Jesus said. Not me, y'all. Jeannie previously accused Jeezy, who she wedded in 2021, of multiple instances of abuse and neglect, including, let me make sure, am I still on? Yes, including striking her with a closed fist across her cheekbone and eye, pushing her downstairs, and leaving a weapon unattended in a marital home as their child allegedly discovered it. Jeannie allegations made in court filings obtained by People also included claims that the musician had explosive outbursts, excessive drinking, and domestic violence. In response to her claim, a statement shared with People at the time, Jeezy called them not only false, but also deeply disturbing, especially coming from someone I love. This malicious attempt to tarnish my character and disrupt my family is ridiculous, he said. It's disheartening to witness the manipulation and deceit at play. And at this time, my main concern is being an active father to our daughter as I continue to fight for court-mandated joint custody. Rest assured, the truth will prevail through the proper legal channel. And then I'm going to put on. That's what Jesus said. Yeah, so that's that. Now, I'm not of the belief that Jeannie deserve it or Jeezy deserve it, because I see some people saying that because he ain't married a black woman. I don't have a problem with interracial dating. I just have a problem when you date interracially and put down your own race. That's all I have a problem with. Other than that, love who you love, be with who you're gonna be with, right? Now, them saying that Jeannie is over there trying to steal babies and stuff. Well, I shouldn't call them baby, fertilized egg, or trying to get Jeezy's sperm to fertilize the egg once he told her he wanted a divorce. And then they was like, so I don't understand why you trying to do that if you saying this man is domestic violence and leaving guns around, firearms around, and blah, blah, blah. Now, to be fair, there is some women out there who will, because they want their kids to have the same father, will be going through some stuff, and because they pride themselves, oh, I don't have no two baby, I got one baby daddy, and he might be beating me and blah blah blah, but I got one. I have seen it. I don't know why, but I have seen it. They don't want the blended family. They want all their kids by the same man. Don't care what that man is doing. Now, I'm not saying this the instant. I don't know what happened with Jeezy and Jeannie. Her ex-husband being a docile man, and she not used, and Jeezy wasn't going. That's the rhetoric that's being spun. Do I believe it? Yeah. Kinda. Do I know whether Jeezy was putting his hands up on them? I don't know. I would hope not, especially they got a daughter. So hopefully they'll work this out and do what's in the best interest for their child. And I don't know. I'll be updating y'all with what's next to come. But I have to get on up out of here, y'all. Enjoy the rest of y'all day if I don't be back tonight, because y'all know tonight is my busy night. I'm going to chauffeur my daughter around to all her extracurricular practices that we're going to have on Wednesday. She's preparing for her recital and her tumbling showcase that we finna go out here and we finna nail it. I said we like I'm finna do it, like I'm performing. But I put in the hard work too, okay? So let me go get me something to eat and go back to work because I have to. Today gonna be a long day. And for y'all who watching WNBA, Chicago Sky plays tonight. Before the games, it was the preseason game. Today's the first regular game of the first game of the regular season. So for Chicago Sky, yesterday I want to say Fever, which is Indiana, where Caitlin Clark is at, played somebody. They lost. Indiana lost, and then it was the Las Vegas Aces played somebody. And I also that's on tag. And I also tried to stay up. And I ain't a sports commentator like that. I'm strictly into it because now my daughter is playing basketball. And y'all know, mother, we try to okay, let me go and get into the sport. Let me try to figure this out so I can get advice and try to get her advice, try to direct her the right way, and so I can know what I'm yelling at when she playing because I'm gonna yell. And that's gonna be my night tonight. Y'all put in the comments if y'all believe Jeezy or Jeannie, or you think it was a combination of them both. You think they were both out there acting a fool, putting hands on each other. And when they come, do you think Jim Jones should have got charged? I don't believe he did should have. I believe it was self-defense. And what you feel about this the Christopher getting pushed into the river, and then he talking about some after 3 weeks once he seen his friend talking about something. I ain't never say press no charges. I ain't never say it was racial. I don't know why that lawyer is over there saying that stuff on my behalf. I don't know why my mama lied like I was brain dead. What y'all do? Y'all believe his mama or do y'all believe him? Let me know up in the comments because I said this is a whole mess. I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. I will catch y'all next time. Bye.